Hey, beautiful people. How you doing? How you doing? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I pray everyone is doing well. If you see this dragon lagging, it's about to storm here in the A, but I'm hoping that it'll be done after Talk It Out Tuesday. So y'all bear with me, bear with me. Listen. When you're talking but not connecting, TLC's goal, very simple goal tonight. One tool, one challenge, no pressure, no perfection, just connection. All right. What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the TLC community. We are TLC Coaching is sponsored by Swag Her Magazine. So make sure you go connect with them on all their social media platforms. Swag Her Magazine. And listen, I am your girl, Coach T, Coach Trinette, Coach Tashawn. I am your girl. I am your relationship and marriage communication coach. And welcome tonight. Welcome to Talk It Out Tuesday, where I come in every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk real talk, right? Real talk about marriage, real marriage, and just having that authentic conversation. I'm not here to put on no airs or any of that, right? I am that coach who likes to keep it what they say, keep it real. I that's the only way. I just know that we need to have honest conversation, and that's what Talk It Out Tuesday is all about. All right. So I have my notes ready. Got my water. Remember, we're doing water intake on each. I was supposed to do it every day. I've been trying, y'all been improving. But every time I come on, y'all should have your water. All right. We got to get this water in. So I got some ice and water, and we good to go. You should have your notebook. All right. You should have your notebook. I tell you all the time, get your notebook. If you haven't, I got all these journals, but get your notebook, the couple's notebook, right? You ain't got to spend no money. You ain't got to spend all. Let me rephrase that. You do have to spend money when you go to the store to get it. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Go to the dollar store. Pick up a journal. Get something where you can take these notes in. Okay, because again, I'm not gonna have you stressed out. I'm not gonna stress you out because you already know. I don't like to be stressed, right? I don't like to be stressed. So I'm not gonna stress you. All right. And then I need you all just to like it, share it out, tell another couple. All right. We're on YouTube now. This is our new home, YouTube. I am Trinette L. Collier on YouTube. All right. So listen, let's go ahead and jump into this thing because again, I don't want to hold you long. I got to go in there and cook dinner. It's my turn to cook dinner, y'all. What y'all eating tonight? So listen, thank you again for joining me for Talking Out Tuesday. Every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live here on YouTube. And if you don't join me live, guess what? That's what I'm over here. You can catch the replay. Isn't that good? You can catch the replay. All right. So listen, our tonight we're talking about that we're going to give. I'm going to talk about the TLC way of talking, bringing that conversation back, bridging that communication gap in your marriage. I don't care if you've been married 1 year, 5 years, 7 years, 17 years, 20 years, right? Sometimes that communication can take a can take a can have a gap in it due to many reasons. And guess what? When that happens, you guys, your marriage is not over. Okay, it's not over. It's not over. So don't let anybody tell you that your marriage is over because you're not communicating. That's a lie. It's a lie. All right. Hey, darling, how are you? How are you? You are good. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, go ahead and put your comments in, and I will try to get to them after the broadcast. But I want to go ahead and give you this information and tonight. So, listen, couples can talk every day and still feel disconnected. Right? They can. They can feel disconnected. Talking about life is not always the same as connecting heart to heart. Y'all know, and I don't like saying it. I don't like saying life be lifing. However, things have occurred and are occurring in our lives today, right? That can really affect the communication between you and your boo. But again, it does not mean that your marriage is over. Yo, we're living in a different time now. We're living in different spaces where there are just so much between politics, finances, the economy. A lot of things that are going on, job losses, job like transition of careers, starting new business, all these things, health, sick, all of this stuff, right? It can really affect your communication with your boo. Now, again, that does not mean that your marriage is over and you're having all these issues. No, sometimes it's just as simple as I don't really know how to communicate this topic with my boo. That's it. So that's why I'm here to give you these tools and resources where it can help you to bridge that communication gap, right? So don't let folks tell you that your marriage is over because you ain't communicating with your boo. Uh-uh. Nah, it is not over. All right. So listen, we're going to do the TLC check-in. Talk, right? Listen and connect the TLC way, right? That's what we're going to do. And again, I want you all to take notes, and I'm not going to keep you long because the storm is coming and I don't want to get kicked out again like I did last week. So I want to go ahead, and so forgive me if it feels rushed, but I can hear the thunder and lightning over here. And it was a little flickering. So I want to go ahead and get this to you. But that way, again, it's right here on YouTube. You can go back and do the what? The replay. Okay. So listen, we're going to do the TLC check-in. Again, TLC, talk, listen, connect. Y'all, like I told you, this coach right here ain't playing with your marriage. I ain't playing with your marriage. I got you. I got you, right? So when I tell you I'm coming to you in the real, because I understand, I know, I've been there, go through it, right? I know. So that's why I'm able to coach you, able to give you the tools and resource. It's a partnership now. I'm the coach, you're the client. It's a partnership. That means I'm not doing the work. I'm not doing the work. Guess who's doing the work? You and your boo. Now, even if your boo is not on board just yet, guess what? You can still do the work. So this is not just, you have to have your boo with you. It would be amazing if you and your boo are sitting with each other and listening to this. But sometimes your boo may not be receptive to it, right? And it's okay. It's okay. That's why I'm able to give it to you in the most TLC way because I understand. All right, let's take a drip. Let's take a sip of water. Y'all got your water? Mm-hmm. Got your water. All right. Yes. Spot on girl said we and hubby are doing the work. And you have to. It's a partnership. Now, again, if your boo is not on board just yet, don't give up hope. Don't give up. You continue to do the work. I'm not gonna guarantee you. I was about to say I guarantee. I'm not gonna guarantee you, but I can pretty much assure you that they're gonna follow suit. Okay. I'm trying to tell you, they're gonna follow suit. All right. So, but you continue to be consistent. All right, here we go, you guys. Talk. What am I really trying to say? What am I really trying to say? Now, a lot of times, again, this comes across when one partner is trying to say something, but they can't get it out. So it either comes out as an attitude, or it comes out defensive, or it comes out as, frustration or whatnot. And sometimes when you're trying to convey something to your partner, it just doesn't come out right. It just doesn't, right? And a lot of times that's because we have so much on our minds that we're trying to think of to say, right? Versus slowing down. So for example, you'll tell your partner, you never listen. We've been there. I've been there before, right? I used to tell my husband, you never listen to me. Like, you don't never listen to me. Right? And that's the only thing we can think of. So when you say that you never listen, may really mean I want to feel heard. And this is what has to get across to your spouse. They really need to understand that you're just trying to be heard. So when you tell your spouse you never listen to me, your spouse, what you're really telling your spouse is, I just want to be heard. I just need you to hear me for a moment. Just hear me. That's it. Just hear me. Right? And sometimes your spouse, your boo don't know that. They don't know that because they got a million and one things going on in their minds, from work, from family to business to the bills, everything. They don't understand that. So before you go off on them, you don't never listen to me. Da da da. Y'all, come on now. We keep it real. You know how we do. You never listen to me. You could go and talk to everybody else, but you don't listen to me. Da 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 da. I get it. I get it. And so what you're feeling and what you're hearing is I just want to be heard. And sometimes you have to take that different approach. You have to take that TLC approach. That TLC approach. Not with the attitude, not with the popping off at the mouth, not with the head, but all of that kind of stuff. And I'm talking from a wife's perspective, but even from the husband's perspective, the whole shutting down, all of that. If your boo is not hearing you, or if you just feel like they are not hearing you, this is where you have to do that check-in. You have to let your boo know, like, hey, babe, I just don't feel heard, and I just really need you to hear me. Now, again, this is just a blueprint. This is just a TLC blueprint. You know your spouse. You know your boo. You know how y'all talk, right? Now, it shouldn't be no cussing out each other now. We're not doing that. It should not be any cussing out, using derogatory language towards your boo. That's your boo. And I don't care how much you feel like they're not listening to you, that does not give you the right to talk any kind of way to your boo. We're not doing that here in the TLC community. Your boo is your boo. Your boo, God gave you your boo. You're not doing that. You're not being disrespectful to your boo. All right. So, but what I'm saying, when you go and talk to your partner, let your boo know, baby, I really don't feel heard. And I really want to feel heard. Like I really need that from you. And I bet you they'll start opening up and understanding. But if you go to them with the whole attitude, you don't never listen to me. You always da 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 da. Da. Yeah, you know how we do. You know how we do. You know how you do. Yeah, exactly. With the hand clapping. You don't listen to me. Y'all listen. Or or the finger pointing. You gonna listen to me. Now ask yourself, would you want to listen to somebody who got the finger all up in your face, or the hand clapping, or the attitude and all that? What you gonna do? I know for me, guess what? I'm gonna tune you off. I'm gonna tune you out. If you gonna over talk me, and this is just a tidbit, even in regular relationships and your friendships and family ships, all of that, if you're gonna over talk somebody, guess what? That's not healthy. That's not healthy. All right. So again, when you're asking your boo, just simply say, baby, I really just want to feel heard. Is that possible for us to where you can hear me? And your boo may be like, but I am hearing you. I'm hearing you. I'm listening, ain't I? And this is where you get to say, not really, because you're scrolling, or you're watching TV, or you really didn't understand what I was saying. This is where you have to be honest with your boo. You have to be honest. Yes, no disrespect. You could disagree with each other without being disrespectful. Take a sip of water on that, y'all. Mm-hmm. Take that sip of water. Mm-hmm. You can you can disagree with your boo without being disrespectful. What we're not gonna do is do that. All right, we're not going to do that. Not at all. Not in TLC land. All right. So again, talk. This is where you're talking. You're using that sweet tone. You're using that, and it's not to. It's not. A lot of times you may you're not manipulating your spouse. That sweet tone that you're supposed to talk to, that you're supposed to talk with in that sweet tone, that comforting tone. Because again, your boo may simply not understand. Your boo may think like, I do listen. I'm thinking I'm listening. I'm sitting here, and I've been guilty of it plenty of times. Plenty of times. You know how I knew I wasn't listening? Because either I was actively scrolling on my phone, answering emails or whatnot, listening, and then doing this, or I was watching TV, or I was tuned out thinking about some other things during the day or whatever happened, right? But I wasn't actively listening to my husband. And many times that's what's happening. We're not sitting and actively listening. All right? So talk, T, talk. What am I really trying to say? Instead of saying you never listen, what you really mean to say or tell your boo, I just want to feel heard. All right? L, listen, listen. Going back to the active listening. What is my spouse really trying to share? Listen for the heart, not just the tone. Again, that goes back to that active listening, right? Going back to that active listening. What is it that my spouse is really trying to share? What is it that he or she is trying to get off of their chest? I had to break it down to my husband like, okay, you say you're listening, you're here, you're physically here, but guess what you're doing? You're not paying attention. So his defense was, well, I am listening to you. I could do two things at one time. That's true, you can. But guess what? Your attention is make it on the email or the scrolling or whatnot. And you're not really listening to me. Now, so granted, some people probably can, but what is that really telling your spouse? That now you got to divide your time between the phone, the TV, family members, or whatever the case may be. It's not me and you anymore, it's me, you, and them. So that space, that safe space no longer feels safe because guess what? You're really not actively listening. And we do this often. We do this. Yes, get your water, sip on your water. We do this active, like we literally do this often. And again, I've been guilty of it. I'm here to tell you that's why I'm able to coach you. I could tell you we do that. We're like, oh yeah, I'm listening. Yeah, yeah, boo, I got you. Okay, and we regurgitate and you know what I'm saying? Like we're like, okay, we could just spit off what he's saying back and forth. Like, okay, I got you, but we're really not listening. We're really not. So, L, listen. What is my spouse really trying to say? What are they really trying to share with me in this moment? This is the safe space. Who would you say will always say that to me? He's like, honey, put that phone. Yes, you got to be actively listening. And I get it. We're trying to, handle some things or we feel like, okay, well, I don't want to be distracted. But guess what? What you're really saying to your boo is, again, I'm sharing this space with you. I'm sharing this space with somebody else. Because even though their intentions are not to say that them out there is more important than you are, but it's coming off like that. They are more important than this conversation. And that's why, going back up to the T, that's why many of us feel unheard because your boo is not actively listening. Now, again, you don't have to make this deep and all, like I don't want you to overthink it. These are practices. These are things that you're going to put into place. You're going to practice. All right. And I'll share some more of that in a minute. But L, what is my spouse really trying to share? Listen for the heart. Listen for the heart of the conversation from your boo. All right. C. What do we need to understand before we respond? Remember, we are not enemies. We are on the same team. This is something that you have to constantly remind your boo and yourself. You got to constantly remind both of you, we're not each other's enemies. So, whatever the conversation that we need to have, it may be a tough one, it may be easy. However, whatever the conversation is, we are not each other's enemies. We're on the same team, boom. I got you, you got me. We're going to get through this conversation together. I'm not in competition with you. I'm not trying to overtalk you. I'm not trying to one up on you. Whatever we do, we're doing it as a team. Because when you win, I win. If I lose, then it's going to mess up all of us, right? We got to do this together. So we're on a team. I want to see us go to the top, to the next level, X, Y, and Z. But that communication, when we need to have a conversation, just remember, I'm not your enemy. And again, you're talking to each other. You're not, again, you are putting this in your tone. You know your boo. You know how you talk, right? Be honest. Be as transparent as you can with your boo. That's your boo. You sleeping with your boo. You're married. You're sleeping with your boo. Don't let that go over your head. We grown. So that means you can talk to your boo. You're on the same team. That's right. Spot on. We on the same team. All right. So listen, here are three phrases that I want you to practice. 3 TLC phrases I want you to practice. And again, this is not complicated. It's not complicated because what I tell you, I always tell you, I'm Coach T. I don't like to stress, and I'm not going to stress you. What sense does that make for a coach to stress out their clients? I'm not going to do that. I'm not gonna do that. And we're not gonna do it's enough going out here in this world. So why would I want to stress you, right? So here are 3 simple phrases that I want you to practice daily. Don't practice when things are going haywire. I want you to practice these daily. Write them down and practice them. Number 1, I want us to connect, not just argue. Now, again, you phrase this and set your tone because you know you and your boo. You know how y'all talk. Like, babe, hey, babe, I want us to connect instead of this arguing because I don't like the arguing. And your boo may be like, oh, so you ain't happy? You see how it could just go off? It can, I'm trying to tell you, one thing will lead to another. But that's why that tone and that presentation, that being present is important. So you're not going to come off like, hey, I ain't got time to be arguing with you no more. I'm tired. I'm tired of arguing with you. Then guess what's going to happen? You're going to get an argument. Take another sip, y'all. Let's sip. Let's sip our water. You're going to end up arguing. Why? Because now it's about attitude. Now you like listening. You're like, oh, okay. She trying to up me. She trying to win this argument. No. So when you go to your boo, you're simply saying, babe, hey, babe, you know what? I noticed that we've been kind of, arguing a little bit about some conversations or whatnot. Let me tell you, babe, I love you dearly. I ain't trying to argue with you. It may come off if it's, if I'm giving off the wrong vibe in this conversation, please forgive me, but we're together, we're on a team. I want to just connect. I don't want to argue with you. We agree? I'm trying to tell you, sometimes that sweet voice, that sweet tone, and again, I'm talking from a wife's perspective, but even from a husband's perspective, listen, you go to your babe, you be like, babe, boom. Listen, I know we got a lot of stuff that's going on right now. I know everything. Listen, you my babe. And I want us to be on one accord. So what we need to do? Y'all know, Right, right. Connect, not argue. You're going to connect, not argue. All right. So again, I want you to practice that phrase, that phrase. I want us to connect, not argue. And this is something that you just, again, when you practice it, it becomes innate, and you get to just, it will flow. It will flow on over into your conversation. It will flow on over into your approach when you need to talk. Trust me. All right. Number two, let me say that better, because sometimes, and I'm talking from experience, sometimes you may say something and it may come off to your partner like, did she just say that? Wait a minute. That it's been plenty of times my husband has had to tell me, he said, man, I think you meant to say something else, but, and I'm like, no, that's not how I was saying it. My intentions were not to say that, but because of my body language and my facial expressions and my attitude during that time at that moment was, it was off. It was attitude. It was, uh-huh. We gonna talk about this. What? It was that, right? That's exactly how it came off. So when he saw that, guess what was going on in his mind? Okay, bet. I ain't about to talk. I ain't about to have this conversation. And that's exactly what happened. So now guess what happened? Now we got another issue on top of the conversation that I needed to talk to him about. Now I'm pissed off because guess what? You don't want to talk. Mm-hmm. That's what happens. Now, this is not a blame game. I don't want you thinking, oh, but dang, it's my fault. No, it's not your fault. What I'm saying is we have to start changing the tone, our attitude. We have to start talking, like changing all that, and think about, I could have said that better. Let me say this better. Because put yourself in the other in your boo's shoes. How would it seem to you if your boo came to you with that same type of attitude? Mm-hmm. Trying to tell you. The third phrase, hey, babe, I need a moment, but I'm not walking away from us. I just need a moment. Remember, I talk about sometimes some conversations are just not meant to have right there at that moment. It's okay to take a pause. It's okay to say, you know what? I just give me a moment. Let me get some water. Let me get some of this Kool-Aid. I, I like a little flavor. Let me get some of this punch or something. Let me go to the bathroom. Let me wash my face. Let me just take a minute. Okay. I'm not walking away from us. I'm not dismissing you. I just want to be in a good headspace because I really want us to have this conversation. I really want us to, chat it out. So let me just take a minute. And that minute may be 5 minutes. That minute may be an hour. Wives, that it may mean the evening, it may mean the next day. But what you don't want to do, and I just said wives because I know how we are. I've been there, done that. I know. It's like you were anxious about the conversation that we need to have. We want it then, there, and now. We just want we just again. Okay. Spot on, girl. If you're still on here, could you put the link? Could you put this link in the Wives Intercession group? Someone that just text me. But so again, you again, it's the tone. So just I need a moment. I just need a moment. And it's okay. It really is okay. All right. Give me a moment, you guys. Let's see. But that's it. It's nothing hard. It's nothing. When I tell you, I'm sorry, you guys. Thank you all so much for wanting to come in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, But again, it's nothing hard. And so we complicate our communication. We really do. We complement we make it so hard. We make it so complex because you know what? We have all of the emotions involved. We make all of the like it's we just make it hard. And it doesn't have to be that. It really does not have to be that. It doesn't. So these are again three phrases that I want you to practice. Not when you get into an argument, not when you have or getting to have a tough conversation, but this is something that you want. No problem. I just sent it. Thank you. Thank you. It again, hey Shamika, yes, it's the tone. And a lot of times, again, this is something that you want to practice. This is just what you want to practice. So again, you want to practice saying, I want us to connect, not just argue. Let me say this better. Let me say this better. Ooh, that tone didn't sound right. Let me say this better. Let me rethink what I said. And then I just need a moment. I'm not walking away from the conversation. I'm not walking away from you. I just need a moment. I'm just getting in. I had a whole lot of stuff that was happening during the daytime. I just really need to, I want to be in a good headspace. So, because I want to be there for you, boo. Right? So, those are three phrases that I really want you to practice and keep. All right. Now, here's you're going to have some TLC homework. It's the old teacher in me. You're going to have some TLC homework. Listen, so here's your reflection question for the week, not for the day, not for the hour, for the week, because I really want you to reflect on it, right? You and your boo. And again, if your boo isn't on board yet, it's okay. You're already in place, right? So here's your reflection question. Y'all ready? I really want you to reflect on this. I really want you to sit with it. Don't rush, right? I want you to write that because I need you to understand. I want you to sit with this. Just say, I need to sit with this. I don't want to rush. When we talk, do we leave feeling closer or more distant? That's your reflection question. When we talk, do we leave feeling closer or more distant? And that's the reason why I said I want you to write out first. I really need to sit with this. I don't want to rush this. Because there are some conversations that you have left feeling closer. And then there are a lot of conversations that you left feeling distant. And that's why the conversations continue to be at odds with each other. That's why y'all are always having these communication breakdowns because the majority of your conversations, you're leaving feeling distant and you don't feel like there was any connection. You don't feel like you accomplished the goal of that conversation because there was a lot that was going on during that time of trying to have a conversation. It's the truth. We have so much that we want to talk to our spouses about every single day, right? And a lot of times it's about bills, it's about the children, it's about work, it's about the family, it's about stuff that's just going on. And a lot of times it just continues to overlap, and it builds up. And then when you need to have a conversation that really needs the attention of your boo, it's like here we go again. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Okay, yeah. Go ahead, write the check. Yeah, okay. What bill is due now? Like, again, these are real conversations. And these are real things that we face as couples, right? But if you go to your boo in love with that TLC, right? With just that heart and just that compassion and that grace for your boo, you're gonna feel closer because again, you're gonna go back and realize that y'all are a team. You're not enemies. You're gonna reassure your boo, babe, I'm not against you. I'm for you. And yes, this bill is due. And guess what? We got to come up with a solution. We got to come up with a plan. Let's go to God in prayer and let's see what we got. It's simple. I know it sounds simple, right? I know, but it comes out so hard. It's like a hard task, right? Thank you, darling. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I want to connect and not argue. When we talk, thank you so much for putting the reflection question in. When we talk, do we leave feeling closer or distant? And most of the times we leave feeling distant. Hey, DJ, thank you. We feel distant. We do. Because again, we have all of this. And I'm talking to my wives too, because again, coming from the perspective, sometimes we have so much up here, we just want to get out, right? Our husbands are not big talkers. Most of the husbands I know, they're not chatty like us. They're not, they, and I used to talk about this on my show, TMR, the mail room, right? I used to talk about it all the time. And we as women, we will complicate the conversations. And again, I don't want us to feel bad about it. That's just in our nature, right? Because we want details. We want explicit details. We want to solve the problem right then and there. We go on a detective hunt. We want to come up with a solution right there and then. Like I'm one of those wives that I'm like, listen, okay, we're gonna tackle. I have a checklist. We're gonna tackle this problem. We're gonna have the conversation. Now I gotta come up with a solution. Listen to what I just said. Now I gotta come up with a solution. Yeah, I told my husband, but now I gotta come up with a solution, right? And then we're gonna solve it, and then we're gonna move on to the next. Take your sip of water. Because I know I'm not the only wife who does that, who did that. Let me rephrase that. I'm still practicing, y'all. I'm still practicing because I'm such a planner and I'm an organizer. My husband is not, right? And so then if we start talking and I'm trying to get the message across to him, and then I get frustrated because I'm like, you're not hearing me. You're not listening. And for him, he's like, I heard you. I heard what you said. So again, when we talk, do we leave feeling closer or more distant? So that's your reflection question. And again, this is when I give you this TLC homework, is not to, you're not feeling guilty, shame, you're not browbeating, you're not doing any of that. You're moving forward in your communication and bridging that communication. So that whatever happened before is it's okay. We all have been there. We've gone through that. It's okay. You're moving forward. Okay. Again, these are just some things that you can put in place. All right. So listen, I want you, if this resonated with you, if this is something that you know that listen, oh, this, I can take this. I can write this down. I can do this. I listen, I want you to click on the link that's right here down here for your free TLC VOWS pack. It's free. Just go to iamtrinetteLcollier.com/shop. It's right there. You ain't even got to search all over the place. And then when you get it, I want you to come back on here and type in VOWS. Okay. Or you know what? You can do it on my page. Type in VOWS, but I want you to come back here and type VOWS in. Okay. But more important, I want you to go ahead and click and download that free. It's free, complimentary. All right. That's my gift to you. Is an easy, simple pack of some things, some resources and a tool that I want you to add to your marriage toolbox. Okay. So again, go to the website, to the link, iamtrinetteLcollier.com/shop. Let me see if I can put it. Oh, I can do it in chat. All right. And I want you to grab it. It's free. Good download. I must say so myself. I told you your girl been working. Your girl has been working. Okay. I told y'all I'm not coming playing with y'all this season. I wasn't playing with you before. I'm definitely not playing with you now. All right. I'm not playing with you. Listen, we got to bridge this communication gap in our marriages. And your marriage is not over. Don't let anybody tell you. I know people say, oh girl, y'all ain't communicating. Oh, that's an issue. Oh, he don't love you. Or to the husbands, yeah, man, she don't love you. She don't love you. She ain't even listening to you. That's a lie. That's a lie. Again, so much is happening. And a lot of times our attention is taken off of our marriage at that moment because you're just trying to handle everything else. But we got to get back to the basics. We got to go back home. We got to recreate that safe space, create you a new safe space in your home. Set those boundaries with the children. Now, if you have a new baby, born, you still got to work that out too, because again, it's you and your boo. It's you and your boo before the children. It's you and your boo before the in-laws. It's you and your boo before the job. It's you and your boo before the business. You and your boo before the friends. You and your boo before the bills and everything else. Y'all are one. Okay? So remember, communication is just not talking more. It's about connecting better. And you're going to connect better with the TLC way. I'm super excited for you. I really am. I am super excited for you all because I know that the connection is going to grow. I know the connection is going to be amazing. Just don't give up. Don't give up. I want you to understand that grace and mercy for your boo, for your marriage. Okay? Keep that in mind, the grace and the mercy for your marriage, for your boo. It's a lot that's going on out here in the world, y'all. It's a lot that's going on. A lot of distractions, a lot of just a lot of noise, a lot of everything. But when y'all come together, baby, woo, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Talk about power couple. Y'all are a power couple. When y'all connect the TLC way. All right? I'm happy for y'all. I am. I am rooting for you. Yes, Coach T is rooting for you. All right. So again, grab the free TLC VOWS pack and grab if you comment VOWS if you're grabbing the guide. Okay. Yeah. See, again, a lot of our husbands are not big talkers. They say what they say. We're gonna talk about that too. I'm glad you brought that up because that's next. Because a lot of times they're not. They not. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Y'all a team, right? Y'all a team. So listen, I thank you all so much for thank you. I thank you so much for tuning in. And again, if this resonates with you and you think another couple can use this, let them know. Listen, go to Coach T's website, get the free, yes, let them know. Get the complimentary TLC VOWS pack. And if they already know, if you already know, like, listen, okay, I want to connect with her, go into IamTrinetteLcollier.com/services. But I want y'all to go ahead and grab that TLC VOWS pack, okay? Grab that and download it, and it's yours, all right? So listen, I want y'all to join me next Tuesday at 6 p.m. It should be on your calendars now. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live right here on YouTube, okay? The new home of TLC, okay? So until next week, y'all, I think that's it. I think that's going to do it. Y'all go, I got to go cook. What y'all cooking tonight? What y'all cooking? Thank you, sis. All right, you guys. I love you all. I really do. Peace. Bye.